Hi, this is the Black Radio Show with me, TD Black, and welcome to another episode. Listen, I know the last time we had a chat, I promised you episodes every day, and I haven't delivered on that promise. So going forward, I'm not going to make any more promises. I'll just say I hope, I pray that I will deliver episodes every day, but you know what? There's no guarantees in life, unfortunately. This is not like you're buying a TV where there's a 2-year guarantee. No, there's not even a 1-year guarantee out here. So, but I will try my best to make sure that as often as possible I post, because I actually really enjoy the Black Radio Show, and I love, chatting about different topics every time. So hopefully I will be more consistent and do a radio show as often as possible. So what are we chatting about today? Well, I've got some news for you. I'm on a diet. Yep. I never thought I'd ever say that this person, CD, is on a diet. I mean, believe it or not, I am the one that rolls my eyes every time someone says I'm on a diet. I'm like, why are you torturing yourself? Why on earth are you going to eat sticks and carrots and steamed veggies and boiled meat that is just like chicken breasts? Why are you going to hurt yourself like that when there are so many amazing and delicious food in the world? How are you going to hurt yourself like that? Why are you doing that to yourself? Life is too short. I'm that girl. I'm the one that discourages you when you're trying to be on a diet. I am the one you do not want to tell you on a diet unless you want to quit or cheat. I'm basically the bad influence that will make you cheat. You know what I mean? So for me to actually consciously decide without being threatened by anyone, I did not do a bet with anyone and lose. There's no threat at all. Nobody told me I'm fat. I didn't get bullied or anything like that. Nothing is pressuring me. I literally just decided on my own with no external influence to go on a diet. So yes, hell has frozen over, people, because I'm on a diet. But I'll tell you why I decided to miraculously do this. It's because I'm actually very comfortable. Well, as comfortable as a girl can get with her body. I wouldn't wear a bikini out. I'm not that comfortable. But I feel comfortable enough in my own skin. But the one part of my body that really irritates me, that I really don't like, that I really want to get rid of, is my pot belly. Yep, it's big. It's this one, is beyond prayer. It's beyond support groups. This one just needs a serious action plan. It needs me to act. So I couldn't run away from it any longer. I had to go on this diet. And even though they tell you do sit-ups, exercise, we all know that about 70% of what causes weight gain or weight loss is impacted by what you put in your mouth, by food. What do they say? What do they say? A second on the lips, a lifetime on the hips? Something. I don't think that's how it goes, but it almost sounds like that. So, and it's not a lie. The food we eat is really bad, and it's what contributes the most to weight gain. So I decided that I hate my pot belly enough to actually do something about it now. And it's not even proportional to the rest of my body. I feel like the problem with me is I've gained weight in general, but what you want to do in life is gain weight everywhere else except your pot belly, so that you can have that beautiful hourglass sexy shape. There are a lot of people in the States, certain rich families literally pay for not mentioning any names. But literally, that's what you want. You want the hourglass shape. So I'm like, it's fine. I can gain weight on my hips. I can gain weight on my ass. I can gain weight on my boobs. But please, fat, stay away from my tummy. The fat does not listen. It does not follow instructions from me. It does its own thing, and it sits itself evenly across my body, including my pot belly, my tummy. So hence, I have a bigger pot belly than I've ever had in my entire life. I look 3 months pregnant, and I am not pregnant. It's embarrassing. And you know what? You know the thing with body and image and all that stuff. It's often all in your head, right? I bet you as I walk anyway, even if I'm wearing something tight, people are not noticing that I have a pot belly. But for me, when I look in the mirror, I'm just like, oh my word, that thing is huge. So it's about me. It's about me loving my body. And I want to reach a point where I can be comfortable with every part of my body and not just some of it and not some parts of it, you know what I mean? So if I'm uncomfortable with it, I gotta do something about it. So yes, I declared a diet. My diet is only 3 weeks though. It's a bit unreasonable. You know what? Firstly, before I explain the diet, I just want to say, please don't judge me. You know, I should be playing Chris Brown's Please Don't Judge Me in the background during this. Please do not judge me. I have been judged by colleagues in the method of my diet because they're like, which diet are you on? Because you know there's millions of diets out there in the world, different dietitians and doctors and and all these people have come up with different diets and they name it differently, and if you follow it you'll lose this or that or the other. And I didn't go that route. I decided to create my own diet, and I eat according to what I feel is healthy. Excuse me. So you see, my tummy is already doing funny things just as I talk about a diet because it is not happy about it, but it's fine. Shall be strong. So so I literally make my own rules and go with what feels healthy. I mean, everybody knows that steamed veggies are healthy. You can't go wrong there. Everybody knows that chips and snacks, too much carbs, too much sugar, unhealthy. So the main thing is to stay away from things that everybody knows are healthy that I eat all the time freely. You know, everybody knows that bacon in the morning, every single morning, is too much, that type of thing. So I'm doing that. I'm cutting out fatty items. I'm cutting out things with too many carbs, too much starch. So that's what I'm cutting out, and I think it's logical. My diet, you know, I don't need an expert telling me, and I don't need to be paying a dietitian lots of money just to try and lose my pot belly. I'm not that passionate about it. So so far, so I don't want to say good, that's a bit too high. So far, so okay. Basically, unfortunately, I have had a few cheat moments here and there. I am a human being after all, and I've never eaten healthy my whole life, so bear with me here. I'm trying not to be hard on myself. There's been a lot of temptation that I've said no to. I even stayed as disciplined as possible on the weekend. That is not easy. Luckily, it's not payday yet. It's the last week before payday, so it's a really tight week budget-wise. So that's helping me a lot to stay away from all these temptations that I can't afford right now. So lack of money is helping me in my diet. I'm grateful for that. So what I wanted to do today was to chat about the 3 most interesting things I've found, because as part of my diet, I've had to do a bit of research because, like I said, money is tight. So I am limited in what I have available in the house to eat. So what I do is I oftentimes research and read blogs on health or just general articles on health just to find out if certain foods are okay for me to eat or not. How bad is it if it's bad, if it's worth me actually eating it, or if it would qualify as a cheat meal if I eat it. So along the way during my research, I actually found 3 interesting things that I wanted to share with you. It's my top 3. I found a lot of interesting things. These are my top 3, right, that I just wanted to share with you. So number one, well, it's in no particular order, by the way. So the first thing that I want to share with you is about water. Everybody knows this, I'm sure. But I just found out more about it. So apparently water helps you with your skin. It helps you have nice, healthy looking skin. Firstly, I mean, I have an issue with this because I'm just like, I drink water all the time, especially at work, and I'm at work so often, it might as well be all the time, right? I drink water all the time, and my skin still doesn't look flawless, so I'm just like, why is the water not working on my skin? Am I drinking water from the wrong tap? I mean, I've tried taps in Alex, where I grew up, taps in Midrand, taps in Randburg. Which other part of Joburg do I need to try? I mean, why is the water not working for me? Or maybe I need to drink bottled water. Is that what they mean? Or maybe my skin would be much worse if I wasn't a water drinker. Let's look at the glass half full. It's because my skin is not that bad. I just feel like it could be better. So that's one of the things I discovered. Another one, I'm just trying to remember now. This is why you need to jot things down when you're doing a show. I was just like, you know what, I'm going to run with it. I'm just going to improvise. And I thought about all the things I'm going to talk about. I'm like, I'll remember. I have a good memory. Apparently not. I'm just trying to remember the other one. It's not about chicken. What was it again? Oh, yes, I remember now. So over the weekend, I was stuck with the dilemma of I didn't have enough veggies, right? And I did have fish which I could roast. I had chicken which I could roast. So I had nice meat options, but I didn't have any veggies. So I needed something else to go with the meat. Couldn't just eat meat on its own. So the only options I had were bread, rice, mealie rice, and pap. And I wasn't feeling the rice and mealie rice, especially because when I make mealie rice, I put butter in there to help it be more creamy. So that can't be healthy. That's more fat. So that was already an exclusion. Rice with just meat doesn't work. You need a sauce or gravy or something, which is again more fat. So that didn't work either. So it was between pap and bread. So I looked it up and I tried to find out what is healthier between the two. What will help me lose my tummy rather than the opposite, or at least, do have no impact or do the least damage. And interesting enough, I found out that when your pap is hot, so after cooking your pap, it's obviously hot because it comes straight from the pot. It has a high GI level. But if you let it cool down, then it loses that GI level and it moves from a high GI level food item to a low GI level purely by losing that initial heat. So after it cools off, you can literally reheat it in the oven or in the microwave, that's okay. That's fine. The GI levels will still be much lower. So I just thought that was really interesting, hey? Because you would think pap is unhealthy, period, full stop, done. But no, apparently the GI level is influenced by whether or not you let it cool down after cooking it. Isn't that awesome? And I feel like this is not communicated to people because the vast majority of people in South Africa eat pap. From different backgrounds, different classes, doesn't matter. The vast majority of people in South Africa eat pap. We used to eat pap every day growing up, except on the weekend. And nobody really tells you this because you want households to be healthy, especially poorer, in poorer areas, because pap is like a dominant food, So you would think that this would be communicated to the vast majority of the country because the vast majority eat pap. So you'd think they would tell us that, listen, if you want to be healthy, just cool it down and then reheat it. Then voila, it's healthier. So it's sad that they don't communicate that. But nonetheless, I thought it was interesting, and because of that, I chose pap over bread. And because there's nothing I can do to the bread. Normal brown and white bread is apparently not great. You have to go for the low GI ones. So I couldn't actually change the bread to go from high to low GI. But I could with the pap, so I went for that. Portion control is super important. So that's what I did. I controlled the portions. So I had just a little bit of pap, not too much. So that was my interesting point number 2. And the last health point that I want to share with you that I learned, again, I forgot. I need to take a second to remember. If I was getting paid for this gig, I would be on written warning by now because of forgetting all the things I wanted to say. I'm just trying to remember now. I promise next time I do a show, I'm going to jot down my points so that I don't forget. It's just so unprofessional. What was that point? I did the water one, and we've also done the pap one. Snap, I can't remember. I literally had 4 points in total. I remember the fourth one that I actually wasn't sure I wanted to mention because it's just not that interesting. The third one was really interesting. Now I can't remember it. What the hell? Oh, now I remember. Came back to me. The light bulb came on. Okay, so I read somewhere that apparently eating slowly is actually better for you, which I suppose makes sense, right? Because the slower you eat, the less likely you are to eat more, right? So if you eat really quickly, then you're more likely to intake a whole lot of stuff because you're not letting your body digest it, and you're not letting your body feel the fact that it is full. You're just binging on that food like crazy. So you're pretty much stuffing yourself. But if you eat slowly, then your body gets the time to digest, and your body feels the fact that, okay, my tummy is full now. You can slow down or stop. I'm ready to stop. I'm full. You allow yourself to feel full. So one of the tips they gave was that you should chew fully. Don't just put a bite of something in your mouth, 1, 2, 3, swallow. No, you have to take your time in the chewing process. Chew it thoroughly and then swallow. And so the longer you take to chew, the longer you take to complete the meal. Therefore, it allows you to be slower, which is what you want, right? You want to eat slowly. So I tried to practice that one as well. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'll let you know. Because I gave myself a 21-day challenge, and the reason I made a 21-day diet is because I believe that it takes you 21 days to learn a habit. So I'm trying to teach myself healthy habits. I'm hoping that at the end of this 21-day period, even though I'll go back to eating some of the bad stuff I used to eat, I won't do it completely. I will be making healthier choices because I would have learned the habit of being healthier. Right? So that's what I'm praying for. This thing of hot fries every single day, literally, that was my life. Can no longer have that. Need to get rid of that habit. So that's what I've been doing. So yes, at the end of the 21-day challenge, I will let you know if the results are good. I'll let you know if I still have the desire to have all the bad foods like I used to, or as much desire as I used to, or if I'm consciously making better healthy options, if my habits have changed. And I'll let you know if my pot belly has gone down a bit. I'll let you know that too. I'm praying that it works. I'm midway through my diet. I started beginning of last week, so I'm ending end of next week. So the end is nigh. The pain will end really soon. The pot belly shall fall. Yeah, so I'll keep you in the know of how the progress goes with my get rid of the pot belly mission. We shall conquer, I promise. All right, that's been good, man. Thanks so much for tuning in. I will be back soon. I can't tell you when, but soon I will be back with another episode of the Black Radio Show here on YouTube or SoundCloud, whichever one tickles your fancy. Yeah.